Diddly then down British Strongman podcast. So today, Shane, I thought we would have a bit of an update on stuff that we're offering. So, some people have seen on Instagram that there was a celebration of Women in Sports Day the other day, last week. So I've put a program opportunity together for women who are basically getting they've got aspirations of improving in strongman, doing it as a sport, blah 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 blah. So anybody listening to this who has like a training partner, parent, partner, whatever, a woman in your network who you think would get some value from some programming, then head over to my Instagram, have a look at probably about 10 posts ago, and there's details there and how to enter. So I'm going to let that run until the end of this week, and then I'll be in contact. I've been in contact with everybody who's applied, but I had more people interested than I anticipated. So it's like prompted me to I'm going to put like I've spoken to Molly, and she's going to get Molly to help me with, because she's going to do some coaching, do some more coaching, and we're going to put on like invite the people who've applied to come and train at the gym at some point and get some in-person coaching in like a group setting, if you will, to help people with their journey. So I'm just putting it together. The details of that, I'll be in contact with the people who've applied, but I suppose I'm just saying there's still time to apply, because obviously we want to help as many people as possible. So if you know somebody who would get value out of this, get over to my Instagram, find the page, share it with them, and get them to message me, and I'm just going to keep it running till the end of this week. So Shane, give us an update with you. So you've got really interested in the app. What's the update with the app? When's that going to drop?
App's dropping 1st of March. So I literally just today got an email before. So yeah, buzzing for that. Really excited for that. The app's going to be live for current MST bot users will be receiving an email with like a discount code and stuff to kind of transfer over and get a bit of a discounted price for life, just for kind of helping the initial launch. Because MST bot we did it for 14 months, and we had just over 1,000 people and run it over the last 40 months. So yeah, absolute class. Obviously, we didn't have that many people live when we transferred over. That's just like over the course of 40 months who's run it. But everyone who was live on it at the 1st of Feb will have been sent an email. We sent an email the other day to everyone to just transfer them over, get lifetime discount. And then, yeah, that's going to be live 1st of March. So I don't know what to say. I'm probably talking it for about 2 hours, Josh. But basically, the short and sweet of it is it's basically my brain into an app. So all the things I know, all the training phases I know, all the fixes I do for shit will be in the app, and you can literally build your own program on there. So for example, if you have a knee injury, because this is a question I got asked on the app, is like, well, what if I've got an injury I need to work around, or what if I've got a comp or whatever? So let's say you've got a comp coming up, and it's got log for reps, floor to overhead, and you've also got an injured knee, so you can't squat or something during the training program. When you choose your pressing day, you can select competition prep, log press, floor to overhead, and then it'll basically give you some options. Are you expecting to get 1 to 3 reps, 3 to 6 reps, 6 to 12 reps? How many are you trying to get? Just so we know, obviously, how many reps you're prepping for. When you click that option, it'll give you multiple different training phases that we'd use to peak for, that specific event. You then assign one, and then boom, that's plugged into your program to run. Then if you come to the squat section, you've got this dodgy knee. you can pick, we'll have options there for reloading knee injuries. So you could literally, instead of picking a squat peak, you could click, knee injury, reload, whatever, click that, assign it, and then it'll obviously take you through box squatting, reloading through full range of motion over the course of the program. So then you kind of got a phase within a phase there. You've got a log that's peaking you for comp for reps, but you've also got another kind of separate phase going on, which is reloading your knee injury over the course of the 8 weeks. So all the programs you make will be 8 weeks long, and they all follow the same structure, which is the structure that I find just the best for most people, which is 3 weeks pushing, 1 week deload, 3 weeks pushing, 1 week deload. So that's 8 weeks phase. So basically, program, if you have a comp, you just start 8 weeks out, and then it would deload you into the comp and everything. So yeah, that's live on the 1st of March.
Brilliant. So tell us a bit more about your target market. Who are you shooting at with this? Like, what's the cost of this approximately range?
Going to be, I'm not going to say the exact price because
similar-ish to what MST bot was. Is that what you?
It's going to be a little more expensive than MST bot, but not by much. I'm trying to get it for around about £30, but we've got some like issues with Play Store charge this much and App Store charge, you know what I mean? It's just like a bit.
Yeah, everybody's taking the cut. But yeah, the point is, if how do I put this nicely? And be PC about it. Like, I feel like if you can't invest 30 quid a month into yourself for a hobby or your sport, or something that you're really passionate about, I don't think you're truly into it. I've always thought about like charging people for coaching and stuff. Like, I used to get like at first you get a bit kind of, well, it can be hard at first asking for money, can't it? But then I've realized over the years that some of my best clients or people who I've got the greatest results with have been the guys with really low disposable income. They really don't have like a massively well-paid job compared to other people. What they have to spend on like stuff that they want at the end of the month, it isn't actually that much, but they really made it like you know what I mean, don't you, Shane? A lot of it's about value, and if you can't,
they value the service more. Well, it's like you got to invest something, or else there's just no accountability there. It doesn't, like people who run free stuff. You get this initial spurt of motivation where they'll do it, but then if they're not paying for it, they don't feel any connection to stay consistent with it. So you've got to invest something. But yeah, the target market with the app, realistically, there's such a wide range now. On MST bot, I could only write a specific phase, and I gave a certain amount of volume, a certain amount of assistance, because I had like a rough person in mind when I was writing it, and everyone's got to run this. Whereas with the app, it's the way we're going to literally foolproof. So if you assign a certain program that I know, because obviously every deadlift program, there's probably like 30 deadlift programs in there, but some are going to be higher volume, higher intensity, absolute graft. To which case, if you assign that, you're not going to want to assign some assistance movements that are really taxing. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to want to do a really high volume, high load deadlift session and then choose stiff leg deadlifts as your assistance and smash a really hard stiff leg deadlift block. You're trying to overtrain. So it basically takes you through it. So it has like low, moderate, and high in terms of recovery demands. So if you pick like a high recovery demanding deadlift session, it'll say there, we recommend that you choose a low recovery demand assistance protocol. So when you go to your assistance protocol, you'll choose, a low recovery demanding one. and then you can move through your sections. It basically just takes you through it, and yeah, you can't really go wrong. And it also has options for skill and for peaking. And it says in there that we recommend that you always run a skill phase prior to a peaking phase. So, for example, if you run a skill phase on the log, you can click log press, skill, and then you'll be able to choose which section of the log you feel like you need to improve on. So whether it be your rack and dip, your cleans, whatever, you just select the weakness. You run an 8-week skill phase, which will completely focus on that weakness area. And then you could afterwards run a peaking block and peak to a 1 rep max with the new, volume and skill that you've built. So it basically has it's got 3 options on there, actually. It's got off season, where you build skill. It's got off season, where you peak your lift. And then it's got competition, where you build a training block to a competition. The competition ones are obviously completely different because it's basically a database of events that you can do. So it'll have like medleys in there, 15 meter drop, 15 meter yokes, 15 meter straight yoke, 20 meter straight yoke, all the random differences in yoke you can do. And then you just pick your protocol, and again it'll say to you like you've got to have some knowledge of what you're doing, because it'll say like yoke over 20 meters. What time are you looking at getting? Like, what time can you get right now? Are you running your comp weight in 20 seconds? Because if you run your comp weight in 20 seconds, that's slow. So it knows, it'll feed that into the system, and the programs that you'll get will be designed to take you from 20 seconds to 15, rather than if you're at 12 seconds already, you know what I mean? And you're trying to get sub 10, the training structure is going to be a little different. So it's real foolproof, and the target market with the app is literally anyone, because the only thing you're getting is you're getting a perfect program and accountability through the app to log and track stuff. The only thing you're not getting is that hands-on technical feedback. So for an introduction to Strongman, let's say you've not got a coach and you don't want to fork out 100 quid a month or whatever straight off the bat, the app will be a perfect introduction for you to get some proper programming, learn the techniques through the videos in the app. There's a learn section that's got loads of educational bits in. We've got a couple of good guys on there. We've got Connor Neely from CN Sport. He's going to be doing a lot of supplement education about, things that you will benefit you in Strongman that are kind of worth the money. Supplements that aren't worth the money as well, that people, always ask questions on, like, do I need this? Do I need that? We'll tell you the ones that we recommend. And I got a guy called Chris Knott, who's an absolutely amazing movement prep specialist. I really like Chris. I've used a lot of this stuff over the years, so I got in touch with him. He's going to be doing just some work in there for athletes to get things moving correctly. We've got Gpp Phases as well. So people who are feeling like that's general physical preparedness, if you don't know, people listening, but that's basically like kind of rebalancing and restructuring yourself ready to go into a peaking phase. So if you're ever feeling like battered and things are hurting and you're like, oh, my glute hurts and my shoulder hurts and this and that, we've got these 2-week phases in there called restoration phases or Gpp phases that you can just like activate, plug in, and it'll have lots of restorative movement patterns and try and get things set so that your next training phase you're not in pain for. We've got loads of shit in there. It's pretty cool. Been building it for like almost a year now. So yes, it's there's a lot of stuff in there, and it means that our target market can literally just be anyone who's not wanting hands-on hand holding. You could be a advanced athlete looking to train for Britain's Strongest Man, and the training structure and training modalities in there would be almost the same as if you came to me hands-on. The only difference would be I'd be looking at videos and adjusting it and undulating it myself, depending on your specific feedback. But the app it's not just like, it doesn't just say like do 5x5 or whatever. Just like MST Bot, it'll have like a description there as to making you think before you do your set. So I'll say like, this is the goal today that we're trying to do. But if you're feeling really good, you do this, and this. If you're feeling battered, last week didn't go to plan, feel free to do this, and this. You know what I mean? It leads the client in the direction to do the undulating themselves, as long as they're kind of well educated with weight selection and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of that, I think, Josh, to be honest with you.
Brilliant, mate. Yeah, so if there's anything, if there's any way that you think I could add value to that, if you want to ever want to do some videos together or something, some technical stuff, that'd be fucking brilliant. If it comes, you fancy it. And another thing that I think you should do is put sort of like an affiliate fee up, or basically set something up where I can, someone like me, I want to feed people into this, who I haven't got something to offer. Do you know what I mean? Like you could, I don't know, like something like 10% or something. And then you could just get like a network of coaches who don't have something within their net that they can, instead of just saying, oh sorry, I don't have anything to offer you at the minute, like we can actually actively feed you into the thing, rather than just say, oh yeah, go and message Shane. Like actually show us how to enroll people and sign people up and stuff like that. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, that's I've already spoke to Harry on that and said that's something that I want to do, and just get some kind of thing that bounces back to you for it. But also, like I say, getting. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that we can get like thousands of people on this. So it'll be a really good tool to advertise, your business through as well. Because I always say to people, with MST Bot and even with this app, my goal, obviously I want to make money because I'm a fucking businessman. The overarching goal and why I've done it is to help the sport of strongman grow, and also help people break that kind of stepping stone, because there's no talking, there's no signing up, there's no hassle. You just go on, you get the app, it's on your phone, it's all there, foolproof. Yeah. You don't have to speak to anything, you can then crack on. So if you're a bit nervous, you don't know how stuff works, you can do this, and even if you try it for 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 months, whatever, if you then go, you know what, I want to coach now, they can then go and go to someone that hopefully gives, because at the end of the day, hands-on coaching is going to be better than, even if I made the perfect app with all this fucking science shit, hands-on coaching and the coach's eye, you can't replace, really, can you? Which is what
exactly, yeah.
So if somebody wants to take the next step, I'm glad, because I feel as though they've got introduced to my product and they've ventured and upscaled to a hands-on coach. And whether that's with my business or somebody else's, I really don't care. Like the amount of people I've transferred from my True Coach MST Bot to you, to Dean McVie, for example, Dean Maiden. I remember I transferred loads of people. I'm real proud of when it happens, because it means that they've used this as an entry point. And that's kind of the idea with the app. Obviously, you don't have to. If you're experienced enough that you don't feel you need that technical coaching and you just want the programming, then you might stay on it for life. But the goal is really just to funnel people in. So if I can get a section as well, like you just said, a section with technical tips from other coaches, and then get like you in there and get some other coaches that I respect and recommend, get them in there to do some videos with us. I can then have it in the app. People can click it, watch it. It'll have all links to your service and stuff like that. And yeah, because it's all about growing the sport, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, realistically, I could charge Chris Knott to be in the app. Because although he's giving movement prep and stuff to people, I could charge him to be in the app because advertising for his business. But I'm not, because I don't give a fuck about that. I want to give people the info.
Well, that's it. But you can see that it's adding value to your product. Like Shane, you probably already thought of it, but I think you could almost like eventually have a product where like strongman coaches like pay you to host within that, like, because there are people out there who just enjoy the the like actual engagement with the client in terms of like the feedback each week and the technical tweaks without the time consuming bit of writing progressions and programming. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's some people who are really like really good at, say, yeah, you know what I mean, don't you? There's like a block of training there, and then the coach is actually engaging week by week or session by session and making tweaks to the kind of the big picture, if you will.
Yeah, that's kind of the app's got a lot of potential to grow, but honestly, they're so expensive, it's ridiculous. So we're kind of releasing it. Well, it's obviously complete, but I have more goals with it, if that makes sense as well. So it's going to grow over time as well. Like the one thing I wanted in it, which we couldn't afford, was just like a forum. Just like a section where anyone in the app can go and anyone else, like, a general.
Is that an expensive feature?
Yeah, mate, it's fucking ridiculous. Everything in this app's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking mad. Yeah, you're talking like 10 grand for that.
Wow.
Which is like, again, it's a nice feature to have, but it's not like, it doesn't make or break the app. You know what I mean? Like the thing that I wanted to get right was the programming side of stuff. And then I can release it so everyone's got that. And then over time, I want to add stuff like the forum so that everyone can communicate with each other. I wanted to get a feature where, kind of like you said, where coaches, because at the moment I can't give feedback to anyone through the app, which means that's the idea. I didn't want to be able to, but I wanted an option to do that in the future so I can move my personal clients over to it as well. And then maybe, again, like you said, maybe I could get coaches to come over and instead of using TrueCoach, use this. Because the way the kind of building a program section works is a lot more efficient than TrueCoach.
Right.
So it makes it a lot, like, honestly, it saves a lot of time when you're programming stuff. Just because it saves certain stuff, like if you've got like assistance protocols that you like, because although programming is customized, we all know that there's only, there's a finite way of doing stuff. There's not just an infinite amount of protocols you can use. So if you're wanting to give someone GHD back extensions, there'll kind of be a model that you'll use. And over time, you might have 10 models that you use or 15 models or whatever. And with the app, I could literally just click GHD, shows me protocols, click one, boom, instead of retype it all. And it'll do the whole 8 weeks in a boom, in a one. So a lot of the time saving stuff with the assistance protocols, because they all stay fairly similar. It's mainly the undulating of the main lifts that you do manually, isn't it? So there's little bits like that, a lot more safe. So honestly, it takes me about half the time on there to do something as opposed to TrueCoach. But at the moment, like I say, you can't speak to or communicate with the clients. That'll be something in the future.
Right.
And also, there's also some other shit I want in there. But yeah, it'll all come. I'm hoping in like a year, it'll have everything in that I kind of dreamed of.
Amazing. Brilliant. Are you training today, Shane?
Yeah, mate, I'm going to go deadlift today.
Have you got anything naughty?
No, this is I'm doing like a 2-week deload because I've had bicep tendonitis and a bit of a rear delt issue. So this is my last couple of sessions of my 2-week deload. So I'm just going to go light and I'm going to hit that reverse hyper to fuck. I love that reverse. Have you got a reverse hyper?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah.
Since I've been hammering the reverse hyper, I think it's fucking class because I've never used one. I've had one before, but I've never really used it full time. And it's made my back feel like fucking iron, I swear. So I'm going to hammer the reverse hyper and deadlifts today, but only light. And then next week, I'm going to start a new training block that I've kind of got mapped out in my head, a different structure that I've not done for a little while. So I'm going to do deadlifts, farmers, and then stones as like one training session. And then I'm going to have another session that is squat and power snatch, because I want to throw some power snatches back in, because I feel as though when I lose my ability to snatch, I feel like it's restricting me in many areas. Like I feel that everybody should be able to overhead squat. That's like something I think. And at the moment, I can kind of overhead squat, but terribly. So I'm going to add it back in, and not just for the triple extension benefits and all that, but the mobility will be the main priority there. And then I'm going to do another event session. So basically what I'm trying to do with this new training is make it more eventy. So it's like deadlifts, stones, farmers, and then on the squat power snatch. And then on the events day, I'm going to hit like yoke, farmers hold, and sandbag, front carry work, long distance front carry work, because I've been shying away from that. So that's the kind of structural change I'm making there. And then I'm just going to do a log and a pressing session on another day.
Brilliant. So I'm gonna go and have a pre-workout now. I'm gonna go and do equipped squat session. So I hit 200 for 10 last week. What should I go for 5 this week? Pluck a number out of the sky.
Well, I think your 200 for 10 look fucking mega. So set of 5. Is this for your qualifying round, or is this like a prep before the qualifying round?
No, it's just like what did I do? Like I just started. I just want to do like an easy kind of maximal set each week, and I think like I've gone like, what did I do? Like 10, 5, 3, 10 beating last time. Today I'll do 5 beating the last time I did 5. I think last time I went for 5, I did 6. I think it was like 185 for 6 or 190 for 6.
Well, I think if you do 220 for 5, I think it'd be well within you. And it wouldn't be a smoke set. It wouldn't be like a death set, you know what I mean? It'd be like one of those sets that you're like, oh, I could have done 8, or maybe 10 or something. Yeah,
well, I think I'll do 220 for 5 and 240 for 3 next week. I did 230 for 3 a couple of weeks, like about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it was really hard. But I feel like I'm found my better since then.
I had to guess your top set of 5 that you'll have on the leaderboard thingy, OSG official board. I feel like my prediction would be 250. Based off them 200s.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Good target anyway.
Because I think if you do 220 for 5, 240 for 3,
yeah,
I reckon do 240 for 3, then you'd be like, could have done 5.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And then next time you do your cycle, I think you'll get 250.
Yeah, well, that's a good goal anyway. 250, 5 or die. Probably die, but.
So just put some extra sleeves on.
8-meter wraps.
I tell you what'll work. Get Dan Ipkiss to wrap you. You'll be flying.
Right, mate. I'll see you later.